Welcome, Snack Tackers! My name is Jason, and I have another potentially fantastic product to review for you guys today. But first, I want to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, all the fun YouTube stuff. Now let's get to talking about this product. This is a line from a company that we don't even get to review that much on this particular channel. Yes, there was a revelation, I think sometime last year, where anything that can be toasted can be cooked in the oven. So that opened up my horizons quite a bit. That being said, this line hadn't released anything new for quite some time. This is Toaster Scrambles' new flavor, French toast with bacon. That's right. They have a new flavor in the Toaster Scrambles. Now, if you don't know what a Toaster Scrambles is, firstly, I'll have the editor look this up. Did they come before Hot Pockets? That's an important distinction. If they did, then there were Hot Pockets before Hot Pockets were a thing, and if not, trying to compete with Hot Pockets. Basically, it's a pastry dough that you cook in your toaster, and it has fillings inside, usually egg, sausage, bacon, cheese, that sort of thing. However, for the first time in a very long time, they've released a new flavor, which is French toast. I quite like French toast, and I quite like artificial French toast flavored things, so this I'm excited about. But I was more excited because I was all prepared to get my oven ready. These have microwave instructions on them, and they're incredibly simple. Microwave frozen pastry on high for 10 to 15 seconds. That is very, very quick. Now, I did notice, just like I would say with the Oreo only came in family size, this only came in value size. That's 8 pastries. Why was I less upset about this? This gets into a personal thing, but I don't have a ton of money, which I've said before, and I ran out of breakfast items, so I was like, well, come what may, this will be my breakfast for the next 7 mornings, because minus the one for the one I have today. Get it open, give it a smell. There's been a lot more singing. I think that's very telling of something, but I'm not sure what. It comes forward a package, that's interesting. I'm gonna go get a plate and microwave these for, I'm gonna do the high end of 15 seconds, just because I've never microwaved anything for 10 seconds and it, from frozen and it not still be frozen. So, I'm just highly dubious of its instructions. They're smaller than I remember them. My dad used to eat a different version of these when I was younger and I would steal them secretly. He knew, because there'd be less, but I thought I was being surreptitious. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I have a duty to say a few things. After 15 seconds, it's still frozen, almost all of it, so that's not a real thing. Not to mention it said, microwave pastry on high. Was my microwave not on high? I don't know, I'm going to do another 15 seconds, 30 seconds should probably do it. I also forgot to say where these were from and how much they cost. These were from Mariano's for $4.50. Now, if you think about each one, 2 pastries is what they're saying is a serving. Kind of high in sodium, 25%, but I'm only having 1 each day. I don't know, I think it smells pretty good. It smells like French toast. It smells really good, actually. So I did a little flip because I am seeing that the side that was exposed got a little bit better. And I'm going to put it in for another 15 seconds. Your microwave wattage will vary. Do you ever know your microwave wattage? Do you know your wattage? Do you know your wattage? Does anyone get that Green Day reference? Probably not. Well, I did say it's a Green Day reference, so you could probably figure that out. What am I going on about? I don't know. I'll be right back. 15 seconds. Another 15 seconds, and we have what I believe is cooked. You will notice it's quite flimsy. Not crispy. You'll get crispy in the toaster. I've done that before when I, lived in a place that had a toaster. Microwave is the way that I'm doing it because there weren't instructions on oven, and I don't know how to transfer instructions of toaster to oven because it says set toaster to medium, set toaster oven to low to medium, pastry 1 to 2 cycles. I don't know what that is in the oven. I'm sorry. But there were microwave instructions. And only 30 seconds, not too bad for a breakfast. Keeping in mind that this is for someone on the go. 30 seconds in the microwave or 1 to 2 cycles in the toaster. That's perfect. The toaster cycling you would do while you're doing other things. You go click and then you go, you get ready for work and you come back. Boop, there you go. or the microwave oven 30 seconds. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I'm not counting to 30. Bam. So I'm excited to give it a try. It smells pretty good. Smells like French toast. Microwave French toast though, so that kind of doughiness, that cinnamon. It smells like maple syrup, even though I don't know if that's in there or not. It just says French toast and bacon, but I can see that there's some kind of cheese and egg as well. Oh, it says underneath it, okay. Egg, pork shoulder bacon, so we're getting not pork belly bacon, which is where you get a lot of the bacon in normal cuisine, which has that kind of marbling of the fat to meat ratio. From the pork shoulder, that's a much leaner cut. I don't think you're going to get a lot of fat. I think that bacon is going to be all dark red or almost dark brown. I don't think there's going to be a lot of fat ratio to that. To say pork shoulder bacon, I mean, pork shoulder, my God, that's like, there's not a lot of fat in pork shoulder. So I don't think that's even, I don't think you could call that bacon. You could make it artificially if you cut it with some fat from a pig, but like, and not to get too gruesome, too butchery, to what have you, but like, that just really doesn't seem like bacon to me. I'm actually going to look up in just a moment what pork shoulder bacon looks like, because I really don't think the marbling is going to be right. And cheese sauce and a cinnamon maple flavored pastry crust. Wow, that sounds fantastic. I've let this probably cool for a little too long, so I'm going to give it a bite before I look up the shoulder bacon. 3, 2, 1, snack tack. Oh my God. It's almost delicious. You get that kind of cinnamony butteriness. The pastry actually works really well. The egg worked well. The cheese works well. The bacon doesn't have a lot of texture, but there's something in there that tastes off to me. And to me, it tastes like liquid smoke. Which to me tastes like the bacon wasn't giving enough of bacon flavor, and so they tried to trick us with some liquid smoke. Let me look in the ingredients if that's there, to be honest. Smoked maltodextrin, so already we have a smoked something. I mean, I guess it's the smoked maltodextrin, because it tastes like liquid smoke, which I don't love liquid smoke. Let me give it another try, though. It's still not bad. It's definitely not bad for on the go, and it's not something that I mind too much. Yeah, that liquid smoke isn't fantastic, but overall, there's almost a butteriness that's coming with the French toast, and it's like an artificial buttery. It kind of like sticks. It's probably a margarine of some kind, but like, not bad. I am gonna look up that bacon though, because pork shoulder bacon, is that even bacon? I'll be right back. So if you Google pork shoulder bacon, there's actually no results. You've got buckboard bacon, which I believe is, it's from pork butt, which just looks like a ham of some kind. So that. And all the other stuff is also, yeah, it's pork from it's bacon from the butt. It's all about buckboard bacon, which is all from the butt, which does produce like a really nice cold cut, but I don't know about bacon eggs. And then back bacon, you don't see anything for pork shoulder bacon. So, like, that's not a thing. Which tells me something really specific. And that's why that liquid smoke is in there. Because what they did is they got really cheap cuts of pork, really cheap crumbles of pork, basically, from a pork shoulder, which is not a very expensive cut of the animal, and then put liquid smoke to replicate bacon. I argue it wasn't necessary. Even in these things with like a bacon and cheese sauce and eggs, the bacon isn't super dominant. Just add a bit more salt and it'll almost replicate what the bacon does. The liquid smoke is a little off-putting. That being said, it's still a snack tech, yes. Out of 10 though, it's kind of gonna get lower because I really don't love that liquid smoke. And I don't like that they tried to trick us with a much cheaper cut. This is like putting, selling something with steak and then putting it chuck steak. Because ground chuck or even just chuck cut, that's what you use to make the burgers. It's not a very good cut for a steak. So someone who doesn't know says, oh, pieces of chuck. That's fine. But it's truly, like, it's a very cheap cut and they're trying to cut corners. Pork shoulder bacon, not a thing. Not even a thing if you Google it. I'm sure that somebody has done it and said bacon and they just cured it from the pork shoulder. It's still not bacon, though. A pork... Here's how I can kind of illustrate this. A pork tenderloin is not bacon if you cured it. Bacon usually has to do with either the location that it comes from, usually a pork belly, or kind of like, it's like here-ish on the pig, kind of like these rib cage areas, and it's the American bacon is the marbling, it has that marbling, it has that fat cap almost with the pieces of meat. I'm struggling here because, like, it's not bacon. 6 out of 10. But it's not terrible. And it'd be better if it was toasted. But, toasted or not, it wouldn't get rid of that liquid smoke flavor. And so you really have to understand that. There's a predominant liquid smoke flavor. But the question we ask around here is not, why do you think they tried to trick us with such underhanded tactics? And did the FDA require this? Because if they just said bacon, does it require it to be from a certain part of the pig? Why did they put pork shoulder there? Allowing someone who knows a little bit about butchering and a little bit about, well, pigs, to be like, wait a minute, something isn't clicking there. That's me. No, it's would you buy it again? Pretty high in sodium, pretty high in fat, pretty low in protein, not great at fiber. Quick to cook, but the other ones would be just as quick to cook, and the other ones that aren't French toast flavored, I don't even remember what they taste like out of the microwave, so I don't think I would buy this again. Me personally, I would prefer a lot of different things for breakfast. Oatmeal, Cheerios, grape nuts. I'm a bland kind of breakfast person, but also I like a healthier breakfast. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I don't know if that's true or not, to be totally honest, but I prefer to start my day with a little more, like, carbohydrates, a little more fiber, a little more building blocks to get myself through the day, rather than just sugar and sodium. Which is a fine way to get through your day for, like, a child, you know, cereal, sugary, gets you going, hype, but when you get older, that kind of stuff weighs you down more. So no, I don't think I would buy it again. I know that this has been a more informational video rather than an entertaining video, and I know that I say that a lot. So first of all, I don't need you, editor, writing down, ooh, same as usual, boop, boop, boop. Can you get a new joke? You use it so often. I mean, I'm calling you out now because you use this joke so often that it's, I don't know, it's stale. It's lost its bite, my guy. You've lost a bit of your silver edge, your thorny edge, you know? You've become a parody of yourself. You've become predictable. And I'm sure that something else has been written or done to me during that time. Or maybe you heard that whole thing because maybe the editor's being self-reflective. So I'm sorry that it's been more informational rather than entertaining, but we gotta call out when these things say something that patently doesn't make sense. Pork shoulder bacon? Not a thing. Not a thing. But remember to check Instagram, all the fun social media stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.